Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is I, your Duke of Danger. I'm talking about the Deacon of Destruction. I'm talking about the dealer of death, doom, and gloom. That's why we got a new update, baby, because you know what's up? We're moving! That is completely why I have been, out of the loop for about a couple weeks now. It's been rough times going. Trying to get things situated, trying to find out where the hell I'm going. I still don't know where the hell I'm going, but you know what? I'm officially free and unchained and have more time on my passion projects. But that's just a quick update. Obviously, we're gonna go with a quick, overview of the show, because today is the day. We are literal minutes away from All Out as I am speaking. Now then, I want to say that it's gonna start out with the women's Casino Battle Royale. AEW's signature Battle Royale style. Perfectly fine. I'm fond of it. I do like it, but let's go ahead. Obviously, we've had some chinks in the armor with the fact that Jon Moxley and Rey Fenix got injured. Now then, while Rey Fenix is still slated to appear, this could hurt one of the most anticipated matches of the night, just off of in-ring ability and story build. This has been built with a nice little feud in a long but short period of time that I've grown to appreciate. And then obviously Moxley has a bout of has a pretty bad staph infection, keeping him from competing tonight, unfortunately. But at least in regards to that match, he is being replaced by Pac. So we are officially going to get Pac's introduction into AEW, and it's going against the Cleaner Kenny Omega. A match that honestly was probably going to be built up with him and Paige's fight the previous year. So I am more than fine with this. I'm still a little curious about what's going to happen with the Phoenix match, because obviously that is going to be one of the bigger spot matches with the Lucha Bros and the Young Bucks. But honestly, I'm sure they can still give it out, even if we can't see Rey at his fullest. If he can still, do his dues, I'm pretty sure he will go ahead and still entertain us with a much safer style. But without that said, let's go ahead and do a quick overview. Not necessarily anything in order, just, how I know it. So like I said, we're going to have the women's Casino Battle Royale. That's going to determine one of the first entrants for one of the first competitors for the AEW women's title, which is exciting news to me. I'm curious to see what the belt's like. I'm curious to see who the first champion could be. I kind of want to put my money on Brie Priestley winning the Casino Battle Royale. She has been getting a lot more playtime, and she has been built very well. If anything, I believe it will probably come down to Priestley, Baker. No, I'm sorry. Britt Baker's the one that they've been actually giving more shine to in the way AEW Women's Division. But I'll say the Final Four, in my opinion, is going to be Britt Baker, Brie Priestley, Nyla Rose, and who could be that fourth person? Now, I've been thinking about it. It could go with Allie or maybe Kylie Ray, but in a previous video, I commented on how we have new women coming into the company, and obviously they're going to contract some outside women talent. So I'm excited to see what's going on. I believe that Awesome Kong is officially signed with the company, which thank God, because Awesome Kong back in the ring, at least for one more good run. I say even if it's just going to be for a couple of years or in the off time while she's not shooting glow, it's good. It's a good way to get her name out there, because Awesome Kong as Awesome Kong did not get the shine in the mainstream like she should have, and I do still want a monster feud with her and Nyla Rose. And then we're gonna have Joshi match to decide the other competitor for the women's title. Now, who would I put my money on winning? Again, Britt Baker is who I would bank on. Allie could be a little surprise shock, but it can go any way, because honestly, any of the women that have been in the forefront to basically be the first women's champion, it could be any of the main four: Kylie, Nyla, Britt. Priestley's there, so she can obviously be a problem. Then we have wild cards. We have Pipe. We have we got Piper. Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm tired. I have not been to sleep, y'all. We got Rowdy Roddy Piper's daughter in the match. We have Eva Lise making her mainstream debut once again. Last time she was had opportunity to make it to be this big in the public consciousness in wrestling. Besides, Lucha Underground was with NXT, so this is exciting for me to see her get this mainstream shine like she deserves. And then also, don't forget that the baddest bitch is in the company, Jazz, baby. And don't get it twisted, Jazz has been doing her thing for the past few years. She has been running with the NWA Women's title for a good minute now, for a long time. So do not disrespect her. So there are a number of wild cards in this match, but I just don't know where it's going to go. I'm just excited to see what's going to happen and where we're going to build from that. Next, we're going to have SCU versus Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, and Marco Stunt. That'll definitely be a nice little trios match. All those guys are pretty talented in the ring. Marco Stunt, I haven't seen too much from him, but from the little I've seen, I'm excited to see his little ass fly. And then Luchasaurus is just fucking awesome, and Jungle Boy is beyond talented. And honestly, I think a main eventer in the making. And he has the look. He's probably charismatic as all hell. Oh god, I'm just excited to see where this thing goes, and I don't have to worry about any trash ass storyline. Then we also have a triple threat match that I am excited for, because it's gonna be Joey Janela versus, god damn, Joey Janela versus Darby Allin versus, I can't remember his name. I'm sorry, y'all. Again, I've been out of the loop. I've been busy, but the little British fuck that's not Martin Skrull, but he's a fucking madman nonetheless. You know who the fuck I'm talking about. That deathmatch triple threat match is going to be fucking lit. You know, but then but that's like me just dealing on what's going on. I'm not quite sure if we have any other tag matches except for that. Oh wait, yes we do, because we have the Best Friends versus the Dark Order. So we're finally gonna get the conclusion to this build, as well as a possible beginning for a longer term feud. That'll be exciting. I believe that we're also gonna get Angelico and Jack Evans in a match. I don't know who they're going against. Oh wait, no, they're going against Private Party. I'm remembering things. Yes, that's gonna be a nice little match. Like, that's gonna be a nice little spot tag match. I'm expecting high air, high altitude. I'm talking about high adrenaline, fast-paced match. Even if it goes 10 minutes, it'll be 10 minutes of spots that will be just fucking bonkers. I can't wait to see these guys go at it. Again, there's gonna be a Joshi match. I can't remember the names right now. I'm literally doing this shit off the top of the dome of everything I've been keeping up with over the past few weeks. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm going through a lot. I mean, look at me. I'm fucking moving my life. What do you expect? Whatever. So let's go to the main matches that we're all looking forward to. We're going to get Cody versus Shawn Spears. That is going to be that's going to be a pretty good match, both with in-ring skill as well as story building. This is honestly the biggest feud that I'm most invested in AEW at the moment. The Lucha Bros thing is nice. The Moxley Omega feud is kind of put on ice, even though it's been long-term built. And then yeah, we got Chris versus Hangman for the AEW Championship, which hopefully will be the final match of the night. Keep in mind, that's for your belt. That needs to be the main event. That's the one thing I want this company to do, is to actually show their main belt the respect it deserves. Anywho, that's gonna be nice. I'm still excited for Omega and Pac. I'm even more excited about it because I can actually see this feud, because Kenny Omega cut a hell of a promo on Moxley this week. And it's kind of like the Omega of old, as well as some rumblings in the wrestling industry that maybe there might be a possible return to New Japan, or a partnership with Omega and or AEW in New Japan. Granted, they might still feel stifled by, you know, these guys going out and doing their own thing whenever the company was really banking on them, or really about to, you know, use them for the Western expansion. But honestly, it's a relationship that works nonetheless. And also, because I've been keeping up with some of the stuff going on with no, I'm lying. I'm out. I'm off the loop. My bad. But either way it goes, that could be a great relationship down the road. I would definitely want to see that happen. Then we're gonna have the Bucks versus the Lucha Bros. I'm more worried about this match than I am hyped for it as I was, but it's still gonna be a good match nonetheless. The Lucha Bros fucking deliver. Penta's a fucking madman that'll basically put his body through hell and back. The fucking Bucks, they basically go ahead and get it however they do. They are the goddamn show stealers, all the time, damn near. You know, and although the Hangman and Chris Jericho match, I'm not as invested. It's not that I'm not invested. It's just the fact that it's a very difficult spot because Hangman has not been getting the love from the crowd that I feel he deserves, and he's tried, yes, but even I have felt that Hangman could use a little more work. You know, he needs to do a little bit more to show himself. For years being the guy to take the falls in, you know, the New Japan triple threat matches, it's kind of hard to see him like just jump into a possible main event scenario. But also there are the naysayers who says that they shouldn't give it to Jericho because that would basically just be giving it to the old guy, the veteran guy, kind of like, you know, interpreted the same way that people did with, you know, Hogan and Flair back in the day with WCW. But this is completely different. We have a proper build. We have a logical wrestling story presented. Both men have something to prove. The question is, whose resolve will go further? You know, Jericho has actually been fairly silent in how he's been coming out with his promos and building for the match, and with the little bit he's done, it's got me behind him to actually get this belt one more time. This man has to prove it. I mean, let's be honest. For the stakes, if we're looking at the stakes, you know, Heyman's trying to prove himself to be the top guy, and you know, show that his resolve was accurate when he said he's going to be the first AEW champion. But then we have Chris Jericho basically putting the legacy of Jericho on the line. This could be it, because to Jericho to lose in such a big match to Hangman could be the mark of the end. And while Jericho has had a legendary, and I mean legendary career, how many of us can say that we're actually ready to see it come to an end? Honestly, guys, I'm about to go in, jump onto the show. I'm a few minutes late, but it's worth it. I have to get this update video out there. I want y'all to know that I'm not gone and I am coming back. I am going to be on this thing, and we're going to go ahead and get I'm going to do a review tomorrow, give my thoughts on the show. I just got to fucking take a goddamn nap. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Y'all gonna get my follow-up video. Unfortunately, I never did get around to doing the ROH video. I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. All I can say is that the show was okay, with the only matches worth watching being the tag team match between Lifeblood and the Octopus, and Lifeblood versus the Octopus and Jay Lethal, and then the final match between between GOD and them boys, the Briscoes. All in all, it was all great. It was good. But those were the only real keynotes for the night. So you know what? I gotta go. I'm out. I'll see you guys later. I got a show to watch. Bye.